Seuss. PM was a daily newspaper in New York City where Dr. Seuss launched his scathing critique of Charles Lindbergh. Now, prior to World War II, Lindbergh and the original America First Committee, which vehemently opposed any U.S. intervention in Europe, in stark contrast, Dr. Seuss held a different viewpoint. He aligned himself with Franklin Roosevelt during that period, and many of his early political cartoons in PM magazine reflected it. But in his political comics, racial stereotypes of Japanese and Japanese Americans were used. He even supported the internment of Japanese Americans, depicting them as alley cats and using a shortened racial slur, declaring that there's a hell of a lot of them. In this particularly egregious example, Seuss is critical of Japanese Americans. It depicts Japanese Americans living on the West Coast being handed blocks of TNT while implying that they are secretly working for the Emperor of Japan. To put things into context, other cartoonists during World War II also drew similar racially derogatory depictions. However, there were no calls to ban the works of Clifford K. Berryman. This is likely because he doesn't have the same legacy aimed at children that Dr. Seuss did. However, during his political cartooning era, Dr. Seuss adopted a respectful stance towards Black Americans. Many of his comics from that period criticized racial prejudice against Black individuals, particularly the discrimination that prevented Black people from participating in the U.S. war effort. Shortly after World War II, Dr.